It is a pleasure to have you on Soul Television News tonight. Let's begin with the headlines. Ebonyi State Government issues 1-month contract termination notice to contractors handling Ebonyi rural roads. Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority slams suspension on 2 value jet pilots for breaching safety protocol. And ECOWAS makes case for police collaboration to tackle regional threats. Good evening. My name is Chukwudi Nweke. Now the news in detail. Ebonyi State Government has issued letter of 1-month notice of contract termination to the contractors handling rural access roads in both Ebonyi North and South zones for the slow pace of project. The execution, or rather the Commissioner for Rural Development, Mr. Judo, will disclose this during the inspection of the road in Afikpo local government area and Ohozra local government area. The report.
According to Mr. Judo, the rural access roads, which due for completion within 18 months, are yet to be progressively constructed. The Commissioner said the essence of issuing letter of 1-month notice of contract termination was to request the contractors to show reason why their contracts should not be terminated owing to the slow pace of the work.
We are not satisfied with the level of work already done after 10 months. The project that has a 18 months delivery period. We're in the 10th month, and what we have on the ground is not encouraging at all.
He revealed that in the next 1 month, if the contractors perform below expectations, the state government will be left with no option than to terminate the contract in accordance with the terms of agreement.
I've also directed the state project coordinator, Engineer, to issue a notice of termination to the contractors, particularly the one handling in local government in the south and the local governments in the north, the Ebonyi North Senatorial Zone. We have asked them to show reason why this contract will not be terminated in the next 1 month.
The state project coordinator, Ebonyi Rural Access and Agricultural Marketing Project, Mr. Felix Ota, urged the affected contractors to live up to the responsibility of facilitating the road construction to meet up with the time frame.
We have commenced the process of termination should the contractor not take this window period serious and adjust the pace of work.
The contractor handling the rural access road in Ebonyi South, Mr. Obumneme, when contacted on phone about his failure to hasten up the project, apologized to the state government for being sluggish in the execution of the job and promised expedite action in the road construction to meet up with the targeted time frame. The rural access road inspected include Ozaramankwo Amizu Road in Afikpo local government area, Umigboke Ugulangu Road, and Ihenu Ubru Road in Ohozra local government area. I am Chidebere Morie.
The Senate Deputy Chief Whip and Senator representing Ebonyi North Zone, Senator Onyekachi Ebonyi, has joined the other well-meaning Ebonyi people to condemn the purported publication of a social media critic, Mr. Kajetan Njoko, on ethnicity, kindred dichotomy, and clan marginalization, and describe it as false and malicious in nature. The senator gave the condemnation in an interview with newsmen in Abakaliki. The report.
According to Senator Ebonyi, the purported publication by Mr. Kajetan Njoko was uncalled for and total disrespect to Governor Francis Nwifur's hard-earned integrity and prestige. The Senate Deputy Chief Whip said the administration of Governor Nwifuru is a true reflection of inclusiveness, transparency, and fairness in the distribution of political appointments and democracy dividends to every segment of the state.
I want to use this medium to address those who are trying to find kindred dichotomy in Izzy. We cannot go back to Egypt. We have unified, we are united. Somebody must take the lead. And today, FON is taking the lead. Everybody must queue. It is God that gives power. It is not man. And it must not you.
He reaffirmed his unflinching and total support to Governor Francis Nwifuru-led administration, which he said has given inhabitants of the state a pride of place in terms of good governance and in qualitative leadership. Senator Onyekachi Ebonyi also called on those who are hell-bent in championing kindred dichotomy in Izi clan to refrain from that and embrace one love for the sake of brotherliness.
I want to thank you all for the support you are giving to my brother. You can see it is a joint ticket. I and FON is a joint ticket. So if you are for me, you must be for FON. So you can't separate the two.
The federal lawmaker, while making reference to the expression of late American President Thomas Jefferson on embracing God's creature and treating them equally, said he would continue to foster love, peace, and unity among Izi people and beyond.
The Kano State Commissioner for Transportation, Ibrahim Namadi, has resigned following a controversial role in standing surety for an alleged drug baron, Suleiman Danwawu. Namadi's resignation came just as after Governor Abba Yusuf received the official report from a high-level investigation committee probing Namadi's involvement in the case. The report.
Speaking through a statement made available by the governor's spokesperson, Sunusi Bature Dawakintofa, the embattled commissioner said his resignation was in the overriding public interest, citing the need to protect the integrity of the administration. Namadi expressed gratitude to Governor Yusuf for the opportunity to serve, pledging continued loyalty to the principles of transparency and good governance. The governor advised all political appointees to act with caution on sensitive matters, urging them to always seek official clearance before involving themselves in cases of public interest. The resignation follows the submission of a detailed report by the investigative committee chaired by the Secretary to the State Government, Umar Ibrahim, during a formal presentation at the Government House. The committee uncovered that Namadi voluntarily applied to serve as surety for the defendant Suleiman Danwawu on July 18, 2025, submitting an affidavit confirming his status as a serving commissioner.
You are still watching Soul Television News. More of the stories after this short break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Now the rest of the items in the bulletin. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has suspended 2 value jet pilots following a serious breach of aviation safety protocols at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. In a statement signed by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Michael Achimugu, the NCAA said preliminary findings revealed that on Tuesday, the pilot commenced departure procedure from the designated bay without obtaining the mandatory pre-departure clearance. The report.
The NCCA said it had taken immediate enforcement action by suspending the licenses of the pilot, Captain Oluranti Ogoyi, and the co-pilot, First Officer Ivan Oloba, with immediate effect. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority confirmed that it received reports concerning a serious breach of aviation safety protocols, a value jet pilot at the airport. The agency said the reckless action endangered the safety of ground personnel and other airport users, contravening established civil aviation regulations and international safety standards. According to the NCAA, preliminary information shows that the pilot commenced departure procedures from the designated bay without adhering to the mandatory pre-departure clearance protocols.
And then from the regional level, the Economic Community of West African States Commission has called for enhanced coordination among police forces across its member states as part of ongoing efforts to strengthen the regional security architecture and respond more effectively to escalating threats in the region. At the ECOWAS Police Point Officers meeting held in Abuja on Wednesday, senior officials and representatives from across the 15 member states gathered to discuss progress and the strategy in preparing regional police forces for peace support operations under the ECOWAS. The report.
Delivering remarks on behalf of the ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Ambassador Abdel Musa, the acting head of Peace Support Operations, Sani Adamu, emphasized the critical objectives of the meeting. Adamu noted that the gathering was part of a broader initiative to prepare ECOWAS multinational standby force comprising police, military and civilian components to respond swiftly to crises. He highlighted that the security situation in West Africa requires a dynamic collaborative approach and stated that the region must recognize that true security is not only about arms and strategy, but also about leveraging the collective strengths and resources to foster a sustainable environment of peace. The meeting, according to Adamu, also serves to assess updates from police focal points across the member states, especially regarding the training of individual officers and deployment readiness of formed police units for future peace support operations.
And from the foreign scene, an elderly woman has died and another person missing after a massive wildfire swept through parts of southern France, destroying homes and forcing thousands to flee. The woman died in her home, while firefighters have also been treated for smoke inhalation, and one person is still missing. The details.
Authorities said 2 people are in hospital, one whom is in a critical condition. The blaze broke out on Tuesday near the village of La Riboute in the Odeyi region and has already burned more than 13,000 hectares, an area larger than Paris, making it the largest wildfire in France this year. More than 1,800 firefighters supported by 500 vehicles were deployed to the area. The main affected villages are La Graisse, Farezan, Torissan, Coustache, and Saint-Laurent-de-Cabris. Officials say the fire is advancing rapidly, driven by strong winds, dry vegetation, and hot summer weather. At least 25 homes have been destroyed, and more than 2,500 households are without electricity. Authorities have closed roads across the region and warned it is still too dangerous for residents who fled on Tuesday night to return home.
And that's the size of our package on Soul Television News tonight. But before we go, let's bring you the recap of the major stories that made the bulletin. We informed you that the Ebonyi state government has issued letter of 1-month notice of contract termination to the contractors handling rural access roads in both Ebonyi North and Ebonyi South zones for slow pace of the project. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has suspended 2 value jet pilots following a serious breach of aviation safety protocols at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. And from the foreign scene, we informed you that the ECOWAS Community of West African States Commission has called for enhanced coordination among police forces across its member states as part of ongoing efforts to strengthen the regional security architecture and respond more effectively to escalating threats in the region. That's the news tonight. My name is Chukwudi Nweke. Thanks for watching and keep watching Soul TV programs. Good night.